First, it was a Pune to Dimapur flight, and basically, to enter Nagaland, you need an inner line permit. In Dimapur, I visited these places. You can see behind these mushroom shaped structures. These are basically the remains of a particular fort. This is the only place to see in Dimapur, called as Kachari ruins. These are what exactly nobody knows exactly about these ruins, but there's a beautiful garden which is nearby these ruins, and you can spend some time here. On the next day, I started off for the Jakama village basically, and the roads were really nice here in Nagaland. Most of the patches are very nice, and the beautiful landscapes surround these roads. From Dimapur, Jakama Village was just a 2 hour drive, and near this village, basically, you have a Hornbill festival which is conducted every year. This is the Jakama Village, surrounded by the beautiful mountains. You will find these type of tribal houses everywhere. They are really beautiful, and this place is filled with wall painted like this in a creative fashion where the Agami tribes reside, and the houses are well decorated. You will find the World War II ruins, or you could say some memorials here. And here, this is the place where the Hornbill Festival is conducted every year. This place is having different structures, like various tribes are there. You'll see behind me there are houses of different statues also are there, and these huts which are constructed of bamboo, these are of different type of tribes. Each tribe has their own type of construction of symbols. They will also have different house structures. Then you will also find musical instruments in this area. So like this particular tribe, you can see the structure, the animals, the symbols which are there of the tribe. This is the Koyank tribal hut, which you can see a typical structure which is constructed. Every year in around December time period, these tribes perform in this area. They have music, dance, they have their cultural events, and they are all dressed up in their own attire. So it's a beautiful time period in the time period of Hornbill Festival. So Nagaland visit in this Hornbill Festival is amazing. This was one of the tribal dance which they performed for us in the evening in the hotel. The next morning was the starting of the trek to the Dzukou Valley. This is the starting road. You can see here the welcome gate, and then we have to start this trail. The starting trail route around maybe half a kilometer or so is straight, and it goes through thick rainforests. You can see here the species that are found in this area. The weather at this time was a little foggy. Mornings are quite early in place of Nagaland. We have reached a little further now, halfway, let's say, for the first part. So you can see we climbed out from below. This is the path which we have taken. It's a little bit steep. This is the steep path that you can see in the beginning, maybe a kilometer or so. Then comes the valley view. There is a spot where you can stop over, and from here you have to start the descent a little, and we start with the Dzukou Valley, the actual ridge. You can see here the bamboos behind me. You can see both sides. I have the bamboo grass is there, and it is a beautiful atmosphere, green, lush green. This is the valley view, which the path you can see people walking in the small ridge. This is It's like a small pathway, and this is the first beautiful view of the mountains here. Lovely. Because of the wildfires, there are some trees which have lost the leaves. We keep walking now through this particular valley around, let's say, a patch of 4 kilometers, around 2 hours you keep walking. And it's quite plain, straight path, not much of steep climb ahead. But places may be slippery because of the rains. So we are almost there. We are going to reach in some time now to the place where we are going to stay overnight. This patch of Dzukou Valley is having a flowering season during around, let's say, July or August, and it looks more beautiful, people said. Right now also there were some flowers coming up, but not much. But greens were really beautiful, velvety greens that we could see. They were amazing. This is the house where we have to reach, and that will be our stay place. So almost there. 5 minutes walk now from here. And yes, this is the welcome gate of the Dzukou Valley. And you can see here the camping site for us overnight. Valley views were really beautiful here. I mean, it was amazing, and the skies thankfully were clear, not yet raining. If in case you don't want to sleep in the tents, then there are dormitories available here with some charges. Now we just sort of went ahead a little in and around this particular place to see the different views. And since it started raining a little, we thought of going back to the accommodation. Next day, we descended the Dzukou Valley and started off to the next village, that is the Dzukou Village, which is somewhat exciting because there are many different things that the tribals follow. On the way, we stopped at a local market where we could see snails were being sold, and there were some plants that you could put in your garden. There were mice which were sold, and then there were also rabbits. So it was along with vegetables, all these things were sold. We could also see the silk larvae and some insects where people consume them in their regular food. Not just that, there were also frogs packed in like vegetables which with specific weight where people eat these frogs. I don't know which tribe uses them, but strange things we could see in the market. And these vegetables, look at them, they're so huge, these type of things that people use in their regular food items. On the way, we stopped for some valley views and then proceeded into the village where we wanted to take a taste of the tribal culture, where there were different doors and different symbols again. Guns of the World War II were put on display. And the village had different cherry plantations and lovely views again of the houses. Wood was stored everywhere, we could see this type. And we reached Suleki now, a very quiet and nice peaceful village in Nagaland. Amazing place, which is said to be governed by a different Gram Panchayat sort of a place. This is our homestay where we had a peaceful evening and night. Very lovely constructed and well maintained, very clean place. Having some hot soup in this cold climate. Walking in the village of Suleki. It's nice climate here right now. And it's just 2:30, but the sun sets very soon. So we have to wind up early for the day. Could see some rambutan fruit trees here in the village. This is a self-payment shop that they have. Also, they have a library where you can just pick up a book and read it, pay as you like in this place. An amazing shop I have seen here in this Dzukou village is that of self-payment again. They have like a plant nursery here where different plants were kept, and if you just want to buy, you just check the price that you have. The price tag is mentioned on the place, on let's say that plant. And they also have maple trees here. You can see 500 rupees per maple tree. You can just pick one up. And they have food items kept, some wines and some local fruit juices, some wood apples and certain things like that. And there's a payment box, just drop the money here. Nighttime, I had a nice peaceful time near the fireplace in the room. Next day, we went to the another village after Zoleki, and here we had a homestay and just a peaceful time. One day gap in between when we went to Kohima. Now in Kohima, first stop was the Cathedral, which was a huge construction and a nice place where they had different views. I mean, it could be called as statues and monuments. They have created these 14 stations where Christ had walked, and basically you can see each station covers a different story about Christ. This is the view of Kohima Village from top. And next was the war cemetery, the Kohima War cemetery, which is related to the World War II. And it was a well-maintained cemetery. Top views were grand. And we spent some time here and then moved ahead to the next destination, which was the Museum of Kohima. This museum had different decor about tribes and their, you can say, the attire they wear, then what kind of things they follow, traditions and customs and rituals that they have, the way they dress up, the way, what type of instruments they used for agriculture. So here you can see all the agricultural instruments which were displayed in this museum. Then we also found like you can say wall decors, grain storage things, different spears, instruments, baskets, houses constructed, like models of those houses. So you get a lovely idea about the entire tribal you can say nature in this museum. And with these lovely memories, it was a goodbye time to Nagaland, and I was back to Pune.